Hey guys, what's up? It's RagesSorrow's here, and welcome back to Know Your Enemy, my weekly series of bossing guides designed to teach you how to kill the most fearsome creatures in RuneScape. In today's episode, we will be revisiting the vengeful general of Zamorak, Tsusaroth of the Zamorak GWD dungeon, using the melee attack style. Always remember that death is always a possibility, and in the GWD dungeon it is no exception. Only bring items and gear you are willing to risk. Other than that, good luck on your kills, and have fun! Knowing your enemy is half the battle when killing a boss in RuneScape. On screen now you'll see a list of information regarding the boss, including name, combat level, life points, attack styles, weaknesses, etc. Familiarize yourself with this information, and then move on with the guide when ready. Knowing the objective of the boss you will face is always important, and knowing about the minions that will accompany that boss is even more important. Take time to familiarize yourself with the information provided about the minions that will accompany Tsusaroth, and then move on with the guide when ready. Knowing the attacks and special attacks that a boss can use against you is always important. Take time to familiarize yourself with the attacks and special attacks that Tsusaroth can use against you in the GWD dungeon, and then move on with the guide when ready. Knowing if you are prepared to face off against the boss is always important as well, that way you're not wasting your time. On screen now you'll see a list of recommended levels and quests for the Zamorak GWD dungeon solo. Take time to familiarize yourself with this, and then move on with the guide when ready. Having the correct weapons and armor when facing off against the boss can mean the difference between life and death. On screen now you'll see a downgrade list of weapons and armor that you can use for the Zamorak GWD dungeon solo. If you cannot afford a certain item, or it is not available to your level, always remember that you can downgrade to the next best thing, or what you're able to afford. The loot is always the most important part of the boss kill. It's why we kill them. On screen now you'll see a list of loot and rewards that you can receive from the Zamorak GWD dungeon. Take time to familiarize yourself with this information, and then move on with the guide when ready. On screen now you'll see an example setup and inventory that you can use when taking on the Zamorak GWD dungeon using the dual wield melee method. Always remember, if you cannot afford a certain item, then simply downgrade to something that you're able to afford or that's available to your levels. Let's move on to the two-hand setup now. On screen now you'll see an example setup and inventory that you can use if you plan on using the two-handed melee method. Always remember, if you cannot afford a certain item or it is not available to your levels, simply downgrade to the next best thing. Now let's go ahead and move on to showing you how to get to the boss. Alright guys, once you're all geared up and ready to go, it's time to head off to the GWD dungeon. To get there quick and efficiently, you want to use the Trollheim teleport spell or tablet, or you can simply walk from Berthrup if you don't have either of those. I would recommend going to the Glacier Cave if you have access to that before heading off to the GWD dungeon, as you will be granted a damage boost inside there. Once you arrive at the top of the mountain after using your teleport spell or tablet, simply make your way down to the southwest part of the mountain and make your way down the shortcuts there. Make sure that you turn on Protect Range when going past thrower trolls, otherwise you will take quite a bit of damage from them. Head north and then head inside the GWD dungeon entrance. Once you arrive inside the GWD dungeon, you'll need to get your 40 kill count before you can face off against the Zamorak boss. The easiest way to do this is actually going to be by using up the prayer that you have on the outside. Reason for this is once you pass over the little barrier, you will lose all of your prayer points. So it's best to use your soul split and anything else before doing so. That way you can gather quite a bit of a kill count beforehand. That way you're not really wasting a prayer potion or anything like that once you cross over to the other side. Now, the best way to do this is going to be by killing the Bloodvelds, the vampires, as well as the werewolves. Once you've killed a number of these and your prayer has actually run completely out, you want to go and cross the little area over here. Jump over that broken bridge right there, and you'll be on the other side. From there, you want to kill the werewolves again, as well as the little imps that are going to be over there. That way you can get a fast and easy kill count. Once you've gotten the kill count, I'll show you exactly what to do next. See you in a sec. Alright guys, once you've gotten your 40 kill count, it's time for you to face the boss. Before doing so, make sure that you are prepared. Make sure that your quick prayers are set. I would recommend them being at Protect Item, Soul Split, and Terminal if you have it. If not, simply use Piety along with Protect Melee or Protect from Magic, whichever you feel would be best for you. Make sure that you go ahead and swap to your Scrimshaw of Vampirism if you brought one with you, and make sure that you activate that along with your Penance Aura or any aura that you've brought in with you. The reason why when you want to use Vampirism is as that'll give us back a little bit of HP. Once you're ready, go ahead and drink your Overload and drink your Prayer Renewal. If there's no inside the boss room, just click Enter. If there is, then I would recommend getting a room of your own, that way you don't have to crash anybody. Once inside the room, start by attacking the boss using Slice, then another ability, Slice, then another ability. I would recommend going Slice, Sever, Slice, Backhand, and then once you've built up your adrenaline up to the threshold level, go ahead and activate Debilitate. Reason why you want to do this is because that will actually reduce the damage that Kirill will actually do with his special attack, which can hit upwards to 5,000. What you want to do after he actually uses his special attack, which I actually don't do in this clip unfortunately, is use the Flurry ability. That way you can hit him along with the other two minions that are going to be standing with him, because that'll actually get back some of your HP. Make sure to use the other threshold abilities you have available to you. Make sure you're using Assault, make sure you're using Destroy. If you're on the two-handed weapon setup, make sure you're using your AoEs. That way you're constantly getting HP back from him. And make sure that you're using all of the thresholds that you have available to you on that side. Once Kirill is down, you need to take down the minions. Taking them down after the first kill shouldn't be too hard. Basically, like I said, if you use Flurry throughout the fight, after he uses his special attack, he'll actually weaken the minions down, and then all you need to do is hit one of the minions and use the Flurry ability later on, and you should kill 2 of them, and then you'll just have to deal with the Ranger. Remember that little Super Restore we brought with us that only had 3 doses? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and drink that now. And what I would recommend is to go ahead and start using the magic note paper if you brought any with you, and note the Infernal Ashes. The Infernal Ashes will give you a little bit more profit per trip and per kill, because you'll be able to sell each of those. And once you have finished that kill, you want to go over and stand in this spot right here, and I'll show you what to do on the follow-up kill. And for the follow-up kill, after you've killed your first boss, you want to stand over here in this spot because the mage minion will spawn right next to you. Kirill will be drawn over to you, as well as the melee minion. Now you have Kirill and 2 of the minions stacked up on top of each other, and you're going to want to continue the same attack pattern as before. Use Slice, then another ability, back to Slice, back to another ability. Make sure that you're making great use of Debilitate as well as Sever. And remember, once Kirill actually uses his special attack, make sure that you activate Flurry during this time, because you will hit not only Kirill, but you will hit the mage and melee minions, and this will actually weaken them down quite a bit for later on in the kill. Make sure that you're using all of your threshold abilities, as mentioned before, to weaken the boss down. That way, once the boss is down, all you will need to do is attack the one of the other minions, such as the melee minion or the magic minion, and then use the Flurry ability. You'll actually kill both of them together, and then you'll just have to contend with the range minion. But the kills are pretty simple after that, once you get the hang of it. If you're a lower level, it may take you a little bit to get the hang of this and not take as much damage. But keep trying, keep practicing, and you'll get better. But I hope you guys did enjoy the guide. If you did, then feel free to click that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, then click that subscribe button. I'm sorry that this actually took so long to get out. My PC didn't exactly have its power supply for the past couple of days, as well as me being sick. So do stay tuned. Gifts from the Gods will be starting up next week, and I'll have a boss vlog out for you guys later on in the week as well. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, I've been RagesSorrow, and peace.